Good day. You are welcome to today's class. In this class, we'll be solving this problem under trigonometry. Okay? Now, the question says, in the figure below, this diagram containing two right-angled triangles, you can see that this is a two right-angled triangles joined together. This is the first one here. This is the second one here. Okay? Find the value of what? X centimeter. Where is X? This is X. And also do what? Find tan theta. This is theta. So we don't know the value of this theta. We are also finding the tan of this what? Theta. Okay, so I will begin by writing what? Solution. I will divide this triangle into two equal parts because we were told earlier that it is two what? Two right angle triangle joined together. Two right angle triangle are joined together here. So I will separate them at first to get the value of this what? X. So I would like to bring this part out. This part, I would like to bring it out. I will draw this part here to be this. So I'm bringing this part out here. So here is what? 30 degree. Here is 30 degree. Here is what? X centimeter. That is, this side is what? X centimeter. Why this side? This side is called what? The hypotenuse side, which is given to be what? 10 centimeter. Okay, so we need to get the value of this X, this value of this X here. So to get the value of X, now from SOH-CAH-TOA, I believe you are familiar with SOH-CAH-TOA. If you are not yet familiar with SOH-CAH-TOA, I will explain that here. We have SOH-CAH-TOA. This the first one here means what? Sine. So the formula for sine will be what? Opposite divided by what? Hypotenuse. This is cos, this first letter here. Why this one is adjacent? This is hypotenuse. So the formula for cos is equal to what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. Okay? Why this is tan? The formula for tan is equal to what? Opposite over what? Over adjacent. Now, looking at this this shape, this triangle here. So the longest side of any triangle is called the hypotenuse side. That is H. And the longest side is this. Okay, so this is our H, that is the hypotenuse side. This is our hypotenuse side. Okay, now if this is hypotenuse side, we need to identify these two sides, this side and this side. We need to identify it. Then for you to identify this side and this side, look at where the angle is. I mean, the angle given, look at where it is. The angle given is at this point, right? 30 degree. It is at this point. So the side that is opposite to this 30 degree is called what? It's called the opposite side. So this will be what? Opposite side. Oh, okay. So if this is the opposite side, this is the hypotenuse side. The remaining one that we are left with is what? Adjacent side. So this will be the what? Adjacent side. So to get the value of this X, look at the formula among these three stated here that relates or that combine this X, this side, and this angle together. Look at the formula that combine this side is what? Adjacent and what? Hypotenuse together. Which formula combine adjacent and hypotenuse together? This formula sine, it's the relationship between opposite and what? Adjacent. Are we looking for opposite and adjacent? No, but we are looking for adjacent and what? Hypotenuse. Looking at the formula for cos, cos is equal to what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. So the formula we have to use here is cos because it relates adjacent and what? Hypotenuse. So I will bring it out by saying cos theta equals to what? Adjacent. That is, let me represent adjacent to be A over what? Hypotenuse over H. Okay. If you look at this, what is our angle? The angle here is what? 30. Because I'm dealing with this side, not this side. As I've said earlier, there are two different triangles there. Or let me just say there are two, different triangle. This is the first one, why this is second one. I'm dealing with this second one. This one has its angle, why this one doesn't have its own what angle, but I'm dealing with this. So the angle, which is 30 degree, okay, I will write it as what? Cos 30 degree equals to, what is adjacent? The adjacent is unknown, which is what? X centimeter. X centimeter. So our adjacent is what? Is X. Okay. Then what is our hypotenuse? The longest side. The hypotenuse is what? 10 centimeter. It is given as what? 10 centimeter all over what? All over 10. Okay. So I need to calculate the value of what? X. So what will I do? This is the same thing as over 1. Okay. So I will just cross multiply. I will cross multiply. This time we multiply this. Why this one will multiply X? So 1 times X, it will still give us what? X. So this will be X equals to, then 10 times cos 30. This will be 10 times cos 30. Okay. Cos 30 degree. So this will be X equals to 10 times, what is cos 30? Yes, cos 30 is equals to what? Is equals to 0.8660. Okay, but here I will convert it to short form. I will be using the short form. It's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. You can watch out my video for that. You can watch out my other video for that. So if I should rewrite this cos 30 in short form, it will be what? It will be root 3 over 2. Why? If you punch this in your calculator, root 3 over 2 will still give you this. So it's still the same thing. This root 3 over 2 is still the same thing as 0.8660. If you punch that in your calculator, okay? So let me erase this. I'll be using the short form as I've said earlier. So this will be X equals to, so if I'm to simplify further, I will say 2 here 1, 2 here what? 5. So this will be 5 times root 3. Yes, I noticed that where some students get confused in multiplying a number with a root. Let me show you the tips. Whenever you are multiplying a number, let's assume you are multiplying 5 times root 3. Some students can come and say the answer will be root 15, which is wrong. This will never give you root 15. I will show you the tips here. Yeah? If I'm multiplying 5 times root 3, or I'm multiplying root 5 times root 3. Now, you can see that this 5 now has root. Why this one doesn't have root? You know, this root 3 is the same thing as 1 root 3. Take note of that. It's the same thing as 1 root 3. If I write x, it's the same thing as what? 1x. So this root 3 is the same thing as 1 root 3. This 5, is it under root? No. So I will use to multiply this one that is not under root here. Okay? So it will be 5 root 3 here, not root 15. But if this 5 has root and this 3 has root, I can pick one root to represent both. I can pick one root to represent both. Since both of them has root, then I will now multiply the one inside to give me what? Root 15. So this is the correct answer to this. You understand? But this one now, you don't multiply with the one inside the root here because this one does not have what? Root. So you just multiply with invisible one here, which will be 5 times 1. That is 5 root what? Root 3. So that is our answer to that. So our x is equals to what? 5 root 3. 5 root 3. So I can put it as what? Centimeter. So that is the value of our x. Now we have done with this. But the next one is to do what? To calculate tan theta. So to calculate tan theta, and tan theta, this theta we are talking about is here, is this particular theta, this particular angle here, not this. So to calculate the tan of this angle, I will need to draw this triangle first. I will need to draw it again. I hope you are following. So to draw this triangle, I will draw it here, which will be this, which will be this. Okay, now I've drawn this triangle is the same thing as this triangle. Okay, now this side here is what? 8 centimeter. Okay, this side is the value of what? This side is x centimeter, and we have calculated x centimeter to be what? 5 root 3 what? Centimeter. So I will replace this side with 5 root 3 centimeter. centimeter. Okay. Then this theta, I will write it here because the theta is in this place. It's at this place. Okay. So that is our theta. Then we are calculating the tan of this theta. What they are trying to tell us is that making use of this formula that has tan, the formula that has tan here, to know the value of this theta. So what is that formula that has tan here is what? And if you should look at this, carefully, if you look at this diagram carefully, you will see that let me write this. Okay, tan theta equals to, now if you should look at this shape carefully, you see that the angle is here, right? Okay, if the angle is here, the side that is facing this angle is referred to as the opposite side, right? Opposite side, as I've said earlier. Why this longest side, as usual, is the hypotenuse side. Why, if this is hypotenuse, this is opposite, with the last one will be what? Adjacent side. Okay, so what I only need for triangle, for tan theta, is opposite over what? Over adjacent. And the opposite is given to be this, while the adjacent is given to be what? To be this. So to do that, I will say opposite, that is 5 root 3 over 8. 5 root 3 over 8. Then, so if the question asks you to leave your answer in short form, then this is our answer. But if you are permitted to break it further, then you can use your calculator to punch this in your calculator, and that is our final answer to that. Okay, do well to subscribe, turn on the notification button, like, comment, and share to your loved ones. See you in my next video.